Welcome to GOLT Talk, your podcast for technology and innovation in the legal profession. If you're searching for solutions to revolutionize your legal practice, you're in the right place. 10 minutes pure, actionable product insights from CEOs shaping the future of legal technology. And here is your host, Pfennig.
Welcome to GOLT Talk, your go-to podcast for technology and innovation in the legal and compliance profession. I'm your host, Pfennig. It is my pleasure to introduce to you Chan Koh, CEO of Fileread, based out of New York City, USA. Welcome, Chan, to the GOLT Talk podcast.
Thank you, Tom. Glad to be here.
Awesome. So we have roughly 10 minutes to introduce you and the product. Let's start with a bit of an introduction. Who are you and what is Fileread?
My name is Chan. I'm the CEO, co-founder of Fileread. I primarily focus on the product side. I have a product background as well as the go-to-market. So I really love talking to users, understanding their pain, and coming up with solutions to address that pain. And what Fileread does, it's an AI tool that helps litigators to find the facts that matter and to uncover the hidden stories in their data.
So you already introduced the segment you're in. It's litigation support. You're really offering a tool that helps going through massive amounts of documents. So let's talk about the USP and the particular use cases that Fileread serves.
Yeah, absolutely. So I would say like the three unique selling points for us is that we integrate it into systems that they already know and rely on. And so we're integrated into a platform called Relativity. It's probably one of the biggest e-discovery providers in the world. Any firm that's doing any type of complex litigation is likely going to be using Relativity. We specialize in our ability to consider vast document volume, so anywhere from 10,000 or more at a given time. And the third is that we provide exceptional customer support because we understand that this technology is very nascent, constantly changing. We want to be able to quickly be receptive and responsive to the user's needs, especially when things do go wrong. It's getting more rare, I think, but as our systems get more stable, but I think we want to make sure that we're there for them when they encounter issues.
Stakes are high in litigation. When you say customers, are you primarily focusing on law firms or are you also having in-house litigation teams in focus?
So currently, our primary customer base has been on law firms, but I think in-house has a huge opportunity to benefit from a tool like ours, especially because they want to basically make decisions on their data before the documents are produced in a litigation case. And so I think there's a lot of potential for us. I think we're working towards building a solution outside of Relativity to help them assist with that type of use case. Currently, our focus has been on the law firms that handle this vast document volumes.
And in our pre-conversation, Jen, we discussed some very interesting use cases that you have been building for one of your largest clients along the East Coast. Maybe you can allude to that a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think this use case is available to everybody that uses our tool. And the biggest view one right now is using natural language questions to find answers that cite back to their documents. These are documents that are not publicly available. And the biggest use case here is that, it's really a fact development tool. So you can think about building chronologies, fact memos, find spoliation, maybe do deficiency letters. We've had customers that have been using our tool to identify deficiencies and write up motions to compel to the other side so that they would actually produce the documents that they need in order to build their case strategy.
Really fascinating. I've been in US litigation for almost 10 years when I was in the United States. So really good to see this technical support in a usually very time-consuming and human capacity intense environment. Also, let's move to the partner. Obviously, in this case, you're integrated into the Relativity platform. We are also talking about frenemies or competitors on our podcast. Can you name one or two there, please?
Yeah, so I think the biggest thing that seems to come up when we talk to customers has to be co-counsel in terms of the closest match. They have some overlap into what we do, but really the pain with using co-counsel is that they're not necessarily built for the scale that we provide our customers to succeed on. So they have limitations with document volume. If they're using Relativity, they have to remove documents from there, put it into co-counsel, analyze them, and then bring the results back into Relativity. And that has, as you can probably imagine, has a lot of operational challenges. Another one that seems to come up a lot is Harvey. They are one of the biggest. They took a lot of attention, especially with their giant fundraisers, but really they are more of a horizontal tool. They focus on a broad scope of different legal services and offerings. We're focusing on the litigation vertical specifically when it comes to large volumes of private documents.
Very good. Awesome. So we are about 5.5 minutes into our podcast, making really good progress and really bold on answers. Appreciate it, Chan. Let's move to implementation effort and cost of license. How long does it take me to get Fileread going?
Yeah, so first I would double check to see if you have relativity. If you don't, then it's likely not a good fit at the moment. So the way that we price is based on document volume that they commit to in a year. So that pricing can anywhere between 15 cents to a penny a document, depending on the tier that you would commit to. It's cost effective, but not necessarily cheap. The implementation takes around 30 minutes to get set up, and anywhere from a few hours to days, depending on the volume of documents. For example, if you try to add 1 million documents to our system, that might take anywhere between like 5 hours to maybe a day to index all of them.
And the size of the documents doesn't matter?
That we don't count based on size at the moment. That may change later down the line, but just for ease of customers to understand, like, okay, this is what I'm paying for. This is how we currently do it, because we primarily work on text, and we don't necessarily care if like it's a video. We just reject those types of documents at the moment.
So document is supposed to be a text document. Videos or audios or something like that is not within scope right now.
At the moment, it's not within scope, so it's primarily text-based. We are working towards building out support for even spreadsheets. Spreadsheets are also not really great. I don't think there's a good system out there that can handle those at scale just yet, but we are working towards supporting that use case as well. So primarily, yeah, I think like loose leaf documents, emails, which generally make up like 80% of the document that you work with anyway.
Yes, so on an average litigation, let's just assume 1 million documents, or is this more of a large scale based upon your experience being handled?
Yeah, great question. So I think across all of our matters that were added to, I think the last number I checked was around 50,000-ish documents. There's outliers, obviously, because certain matters are going to have a ton. Some matters are going to have maybe like a few thousand, but really we want to be able to support a broad scope of the litigation size, because we feel that this tool is useful pretty much at any stage of the litigation process.
Cool. So just doing the math with 15 cents per document, 50,000 documents, we're talking about $7,500 handling fee, if you call it like this. I'm just giving ballpark numbers out here.
Approximately, but we don't have a limitation on the matter. It's like people would essentially commit to, let's say, 1 million documents a year. Let's say that's like 10 cents a document, and that's not the actual price. It really depends. That's $100,000, right, for the year, and they can add up to 1 million documents across any of their matters to that license.
I see. And in the implementation part, obviously you're dealing with data and potentially sensitive personal data, maybe in the law firm space, privileged data. Is this a bottleneck in the implementation?
So we've actually spent a lot of time early on to make sure that we got all of our security certification. So we're SOC 2 Type 2 certified, ISO 27001 certified. We're self-compliant on HIPAA, GDPR, as well as working towards 42001, which is the latest AI, artificial intelligence compliance. And so we made a lot of efforts to show that, hey, look, we understand that this data is potentially very sensitive, privileged, and confidential. So we treat it with the utmost respect as we possibly can. And the way that we also set up our infrastructure, we operate on single tenancy, meaning the documents that we get, they're not commingled with other clients' documents, meaning that, yeah, the storage locations are all kind of separate, not just per client, but also per matter as well.
And the tool is in the cloud, or is it on-prem?
It's a cloud-based tool.
Yes. So the documents are going to be uploaded into your cloud.
Yes.
Yeah. Just making sure that people who watch this understand, okay, this is one of the prerequisites to deploy Fileread.
Yes. We work with Relativity Server, which could be it on-prem, but with the certifications that we have, I think people are getting a lot more comfortable with the cloud, and that gives you a lot of flexibility by being on the cloud.
Awesome. Hey, we managed to be on the 10-minute clock. Chan Koh, CEO of Fileread out of New York. It was a wonderful conversation, Chan. I learned a lot. I'm sure the viewers as well. Wishing you and the team all the best, and stay in touch. Take care.
Thank you so much, Tom.
Cheers.
Cheers.